Good morning, everyone. And I think we have some people on board from Europe and the UK. So good afternoon to you. This is Deborah Peters. Thank you so much for joining me. Just a little bit of a hiccup this morning in loading up the software. You know how computers are. But we have liftoff. So what I need to do is to just be certain that you're with me. And what I'm gonna do is minimize the full screen just so I can see the comment panel for now, and make sure that everyone is able to see what I've got going on here. There we go. So let me just give me 1 second here and just have a look. I don't see any. Jackie's here. Good morning, Jackie. Okay, good. Thank you for that feedback. So welcome to Paul from the UK. Shoot me a message, Paul. Are you in London? By the way, I'm a long-time lover of England and the English countryside, and I spent a lot of time in London. So we've got clients there that we work with that are in the super yacht industry, actually. And so, yeah, very, very excited. Thank you so much for joining us. So just shoot me a message. Just so you know, I am going to have to go back and forth between the process of the webinar and this screen, because it's my only way of seeing what the comments are. For some reason, the software is not letting me see the comments next to the slides. So I will, yeah, hey, good morning, Brent from Scottsdale. So I'll switch back and forth between this screen and the slide screen intermittently so that you can actually, I can actually see the comments. And what I'll do is when I'm asking for questions, I know there's a bit of a delay in getting those. So what I'll do is I'll give a second and then I'll switch over and then I'll switch back. So just so you know what's going on. So welcome this morning. I'm so grateful to have you on board with me. And wow, you know, it's it's January the 20, what is it? January the 23rd? Is it already the 20? Yeah, it's January 23rd. You know, what that means is that we are 1 week shy of being a third of the way through the first quarter of the year. And this is so critical. I don't know what to say about where you're at in terms of having your game plan together. I just want to know if you have something in process. So let's take a look at that. Let's maybe send me, just shoot me a message and let me know, like, where's your strategic plan for the year set up? Where is what do you have lined up? I think this is a really important first step here this morning. So hope you have your coffee and maybe just send me a message and let me know, what is that for you? And if you could text it to me, this is a great idea. If you could actually text it to me on my mobile, then I don't have to switch the screen back and forth to look at your messages to me. That'll work really well. And Paul in the UK, if you want to connect with me on WhatsApp, if you've got that app on your phone, you can just shoot me a WhatsApp, and then you can text me free of charge, because I love WhatsApp for that. So yeah, the thing is that we're a third of the way through Q1, and today I want to talk to you about a combination of things. So it's not just your game plan that's important, it's the mindset behind your game plan. Yesterday I was talking with a fellow, and he was saying, you know, I can't come to this conference because I have placed a big order for supplies, and I have to save the money for the broker fees, and you know, it's, you know, I can't really do this because of that. And I'm like, wow, he doesn't really get how he's so short-sighted in his energy, you know, because thoughts are energy, and energy creates opportunity, and opportunity requires action. And so I said to him, well, I can appreciate that position. However, it's a very short-sighted, fear-based position to take. So basically what he's saying to his higher mind is that if I spend this money now, I can't be in faith and trust that more money's coming so that I can have the money for this and the money for that. So that's what I want to really get into this morning with you guys, is this whole sort of either or concept of living life, like it's either this or it's that, is an old industrial aged concept. It doesn't really have merit anymore on the planet. And it's a lower vibrational thought pattern that limits what we allow to come into our experience. And I want to take this path of opening up the concept that business success is an allowing. It's not an efforting. And so the old industrial age was that business success was effort. You had to put out a lot of effort. Well, yeah, of course you need to go through the action steps, but you know, there's an old saying, and I put it in the emails. I can't remember which email I put it in, but when I created the email campaign for today, I put it into one of the emails, and it basically says, you know, if I had a tree to cut down, you know, I would sharpen, like if I had, basically you sharpen the saw more than you cut. Because if you don't sharpen the saw more than you cut, then you have to cut more. And this is the problem. You see, this is what keeps businesses from growing, is there's a lack of alignment between the mind and the heart. There's a lack of alignment between the left and right hemisphere of the brain. There's a lack of alignment between faith and trust and the purity of intention and the belief and the action. So those things have to be aligned. So I'm going to go through that with you today. And I would like to just maybe pause for a second and welcome you to follow me on all of the social networks. We have Twitter. This is my Twitter handle at NEI for Change. And let me tell you, I want to share this with you. So in the Business Success Blueprint Conference that's coming up, I'm going to be showing you what I've been doing and what I've been getting huge success from in terms of B2B marketing. and B, to consumer marketing through the social networks. This has been blowing my mind, actually, if you want to know the truth. Like, I've been blowing my own mind. And oh my gosh, so just recently I had this huge blow up on social media and buzz around my work. And it's been because we've gone through a very, in-depth process of split testing adverts on the various social networks to see what really performs and what's really making the phone ring. And I've got people going to my website in droves, signing up to get our communications. And that's a beautiful thing. And that's what you want, you guys. You want to have people ask for your service. Because when people come and ask for your service, you don't have to sell them anything. All you have to do is give it to them. It's like they're asking, so they're engaging you. And this is the new paradigm. The new paradigm, and oh my gosh, I had so much struggle getting my head around this, and my heart around this, because I came out of this, I guess, industrial age kind of thinking. Like, I grew up on a farm in Canada, and everything we did was hard. It was so hard, and it didn't have to be, but it was the paradigm we functioned in, so therefore it was the experiences that we had. And then when I finished college and went on to open my fitness club, I opened it from a place of it has to be hard. Like, even my workouts were, oh, this has to hurt to be effective. So that belief system that things need to be hard is the thing that's going to block you from receiving. And it's also going to be the thing that keeps you from using social media and the social networks to pull in new clients. If you think you have to schlep all the way through, then guess what? You're going to have to schlep all the way through. So I would just invite you to jump on my fan page on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, because Twitter, let me tell you guys, Twitter is where the action is. I love Twitter. I'm making money off of Twitter. So you wanna watch what I do, and you want to follow me, and you want to come to the training, and I'll show you how to create clients through these great social networks. I've been working with Facebook for Business for quite some time now. And a few years ago, Facebook did a training. And I went to the training, and it was basically, Facebook for Business. They saw that they needed to get things rolling. And I'll tell you what, it totally opened up my realm of connecting with people around the globe. And so Facebook for Business is huge, and I'm going to teach this to you next week in the business conference. Also Instagram. So what's happening is Instagram for us, for my business, pardon me, is really phenomenal. And then of course there's Periscope. So we're taking all of that out, and I'm going to walk you guys through this, so you don't have to go figure it out. You don't have to spend the time, which is the most important thing. It's not even about the money, spending the money and spending the time. Like, I'd rather spend the money than spend the time, because then I can do other things with my time. So, and definitely hook up with me on LinkedIn, because that's a whole other business development engine that I maximize. And, in 2012, so I was ahead of the curve on this. In 2012, I was in the top 1% of all profiles viewed on LinkedIn globally. And that's like enormous. And at the time, I had built out my profile, and I had no idea what I was doing. I just did it. When you just go into something blind and you just go, well, let me just go do this. And, because that's what I guess I'm supposed to do. And I built it out, and it was like, holy cow, it just flipping blew up. So I took a step back from that, and I'm like, I have something here, clearly, if I'm in the top 1%. So now I've been really, I I've mastered that formula. And so I'm going to teach that to you coming up next week. So also, oh my gosh, you got to get on my podcast. So here, whoa, let me tell you. So I launched my podcast, and in 4 weeks, well, I actually think like more closer to 5 weeks, I had 12,000 downloads. People from all over the world that I had not been able to connect with ever, I would have never met, are listening to my podcasts, and they're healing, and they're gaining traction in their lives, and they're having more fulfilled relationships, and they're building their companies, and they're making money, and they're coming out of poverty, and they're getting into thriving. So you got to sign up for this. It's free. Like, why not, right? And when you're in your car and you're driving places, just put me on. Just listen to me. I've got so many tools that I can't possibly record them all. There's so much I've gathered up in my lifetime of hardship and struggle and pain and suffering and breakthroughs and growth and joy and like all of it. So I give it all to you in this podcast. So please subscribe. And when you do and you listen, also please rate and comment, because that helps me get more traction, and then I can give to more people. So you'll be doing the world a service when you subscribe and rate and comment. So thank you for that. Yeah, and I have this whole new series that I'm launching right after the BSBC, right after next week's business conference, which I know you're all coming to, right? And it's called Mastering the Journey of Your Mind. And it is the most impactful, enlightening, encouraging, inspiring, empowering set of tools that you will ever come across. And I can say that with absolute conviction and integrity. You have no idea what I've got coming out for you. So you just got to get that set up. And there's a couple meditations on there that I want you to start using right away. So get rolling on that. So are you ready? Are you ready? It makes me think of that guy that, does the introduction for the boxing matches, right? Yeah, are you ready to rumble? So this is it, guys. It's 2016. I am so over people having resolutions that don't work out for them. And this is the time where I'm showing you that you can step above resolutions, that resolutions are really so limiting and holding you back, that there's another way, and it's the neuroscience behind your activity. You need to connect the head with the heart. You need to connect the intuition that you have within you with your intellect. So within that, what happens is this: your entire world opens up, and you begin to draw in new ways of being, new ways of thinking, new actions to take that you probably don't even know what you don't know. You see, this is the thing. If you don't know what you don't know, then how can you possibly take it to the next level, right? And that's really critical. It's about finding out the part of you that doesn't know what you don't know, and then continuing down that path. Because if you only work with what you know, then you'll continue to get what you got last year. Let me say that again. If you only work with what you know, then you'll continue to get what you got last year. And who needs that? I mean, 2015 is over. If you're not growing, if you're not expanding, if you're not learning these tools, then you're basically repeating last year's mindset, last year's pattern, last year's results, basically. So these are the top points that you really need to have dialed down in order for your business to grow. And, you know, I know a lot of you that are on this webinar because we've connected by phone or email, or you've been at an event or something where I've spoke at or whatever. And there's a lot of you I haven't met yet, but I can say this to that. I have a gift, and my gift is to be able to read energy in people. And so as I connect with you, look, quantum physics is exactly that. It's quantum. And so it's not limited to this geography. So if I'm in LA, so I'm in Los Angeles, and let's say you're in, I don't know, Dubrovnik, you're in Croatia or something, and I see your information come in signing up for the webinar, I immediately get a hit on what's going on with you. Like, I pick up on that energy because it's a quantum field. It's quantum physics. We live in an energetic universe. It's moving all the time. And so I know what you're struggling with, and I know why you're here. And so I say this to you from deep inside my heart. When you are willing to do the journey into your greatness and learn the things you don't know, and simply ask, you know, what would it take? What would it take for me to do this? What would it take for me to be the greatness that I'm destined to be, and to do it right now, not 5 years from now? I'll tell you something on that. Like, I don't even have my corporate clients do 5-year plans anymore. You know, at one time it was 10 years, then it was 5 years, and then it was 3 years. I teach you a 1-year annual strategic plan concept. And you can take that 1-year annual strategic plan and you can duplicate the format of it. You can take the format of it and you can use that format year after year and just fill in the blanks with new answers. And the reason I want you to start thinking like this is because by the time if you write out a 3-year plan, you don't know what you don't know, okay? So if you write out a 3-year plan, who you are in 6 months will already be greater than what that 3-year plan could ever possibly have been imagined. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So there's no point in writing a big plan for a long term that you're not congruent with the outcomes on, because who you're going to be in 3 months, after I'm done with you, you're going to be like so completely more connected to yourself that you'll run circles around that 3-year plan in the first year. So these are the top points that need to be covered in building out your year: your business strategy, your health strategy, your wealth strategy, your marketing strategy, your revenue streams, your leadership skills, your sales funnel, your talent strategy, your lead generation, your list building. How are you attracting your tribe? Where are those leads coming from? So, you know, I speak all over the world, and I've delivered keynote speeches in over 11 countries on 3 continents. So what that took is for me to see, in 2006, I recognized that the economy was going to crash. I was at the time, the niche market that I had been working in primarily was the mortgage and real estate industry. And I'd been doing that since the late 90s. And it was really simple for me to get that, because I just gave one speech. I gave one speech in 1999. at a mortgage industry conference. There was about 1,000 people in the room. And I gave one keynote speech, and it was like, bam, my phone blew up, my business blew up. I had so many calls for my services that I basically couldn't keep up with it all. So I just put everyone into group trainings. It's what I had to do to be able to serve all the companies that I was working with. So what's interesting is this particular picture at the bottom is an organization that I had done training for back in like 2001 till 2005. And the organization's a different name, but some of the people are the same. And they reached out to me when they saw my podcast and said, hey, we need you back. So, it's interesting how as you up-level your game, even contacts from the past will circle back around because they're ready for the new service that you have to offer them. And that's a beautiful way of consistently building yourself up in the marketplace. So that's really the whole process, is to get yourself into a place where you can shift your thinking on a constant level of allowing in higher levels of experience. So it's about mapping out your 2016 and then having the intention, I-N-T-E-N-T-I-O-N, the intention in place, and then the execution to make it happen. So I'm curious how you heard about me. Maybe you were like this shot. I was in Malta speaking at a business, new opportunities in business jets and super yachts. And maybe you heard about me through social media because my brand is everywhere. One time I was going to hire this PR agency. This is really funny. It was like 2008 or 2009. And I was having a conversation with this woman that was PR. And I showed her my business card. And, it looks like this. Right? So that's my business card. And she said to me, what's this logo mean? Like, what is this? This is not going to do anything. We'd have to change the logo. And like, even the name, like, what's the name? And I'm like, you're kidding me, right? You're totally freaking kidding me. Like this, I am so, like, my energy is so infused in this, that this is my empire. This is my legacy. This is a global operation. And I have this woman telling me that I need to, like, what is this logo? And I'm like, you know what, we're done. So that's the other thing I want to say to you is, please only surround yourself with people that get you, right? I have this saying, just don't align yourself with people that are just with you and riding on your energy, but circle yourself with people that are for you and that uplift you and that take you higher and encourage you when you're challenged, right? Those are the kind of people you want to have surrounding you. So maybe you heard about me. I'm a global girl. I was at I was going to start to tell you the story. So I was at a cocktail party in Monte Carlo, and I handed my business card. We were standing in a circle having some champagne, and I handed my business card to someone, and this woman was kind of off to the side chatting with someone else, and she saw my business card go by her face, I guess, and she went, "Oh my God, I know that company. That company is huge." I'm like, oh, I love this. So it was like a touche, to the PR girl that wanted me to get rid of my logo. So branding has to come from the heart, people, and I'm gonna teach that to you. So I am a global girl. I'm everywhere. I've built in 2006, I saw the crash coming. So I just got online and I started connecting with companies and booking a speaking tour through Europe. And it just was, I'm like, I have to go build new markets, and I need to go meet new people and get an infusion of new energy. So what are you doing? There's this ad campaign. I was in Heathrow the first time I saw it, and it's called In the Future. And I don't know if many of you have been through Heathrow, but they have a lot of like poster ads. It's big on that. And there's this whole advert series called In the Future. And so on one of the posters it said, in the future, ... even the smallest companies will be global. And I said to myself, wow, I knew that before I saw that, because I've been building that for 5 years. I've always kind of been a little bit ahead of my time, which is a good thing, because I see what's coming down the pipe. So here we go. I want to share with you the Business Success Blueprint Conference that's coming up next week at a really deep discount. But before I do, I want to just share the content and give you an exercise to shift yourself. So I'm going to ask you at some point to just kind of put down your phone and listen to me, because I'm going to take you through a little exercise and give you an boost of energy and a shift so that we can create an alignment. So what am I going to go through on this webinar? Well, I want to talk to you about core values, but maybe what we can just do right now is I think I want to do this exercise with you right now rather than wait, because I'm feeling like some of you on the webinar need to connect with yourself, maybe for just a few minutes. So you're just going to listen to me, just to the sound of my voice, and go ahead and just close your eyes and set down your phone, and then just take a really deep breath. Take a really deep breath, and then just exhale. I'm going to show you, this is on one of my podcasts, so I'm going to show you how to just pull yourself into alignment so that your thinking and your intention are coming from your higher self, or from your unconscious, or from source or God, or whatever you want to call it. And it's guiding you into taking the right kind of action that produces the results you want. Because the results that you want absolutely have to be aligned with your actions, and your actions have to be aligned with your intentions. So let's just do this. So I want you to go ahead and just close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and just relax in your chair. And what I want you to do is just imagine that your energy is around you about 3 feet. So just create a cone of energy around you about 3 feet in a circle. And go ahead and just expand that energy out past where you're sitting. And expand that energy out past the room you're in. And expand that energy out past the building you're in. And expand that energy out past the city you're in. And expand that energy out past the country you're in. And now keep expanding that energy out past the bordering countries, the aligning countries. Just keep expanding it out and expanding it out until you're past the edge of the planet. And just keep expanding it out past the edge of the planet. past the moon, which by the way is almost full. It's a powerful exercise to do. Past Pluto, past Jupiter. Keep expanding it out, expanding it out. You're a perceiving, knowing being that has no end or edge to you. And you can keep expanding this out past the next galaxy and keep going until you feel yourself connect to the light. Just connect to the light and let the light in. There. I felt you guys connect. Okay. Just let the light in. And you can see it as a beam of light pouring down over the top of your head, down over your shoulders, down your back, down your hips, all the way down your legs, your feet, into the floor, completely grounding you. And now it's in this place of oneness that you can ask for whatever you want to happen in your life. So let's pick a goal. You can just pick any goal. And you can say, I am so grateful and thankful that this showed up in my life. And I'm so grateful and thankful that this goal has showed up in my life now. And I'm so grateful and thankful for all the good that comes into my life. And I'm so grateful and thankful for me being me. Just me. You can just be yourself and know that that's all that matters in the world, is that you be grateful for yourself. My favorite mantra is, I am grateful for who I was. I am grateful for who I am. And I am grateful for whom I am becoming. And when you're done, you can just open your eyes. So there you have like a little, I don't know, what was that, 4 or 5 minute exercise. Do that every day, several times a day if necessary. You know, depending on how much you've been struggling. The more you've been struggling, the more you need to do that, the more often you need to do that throughout the day. It's like having water or a snack or food or air or sleep. You know, it's just a necessity. And then you take that and then from there you create your business. And you understand the importance of your value proposition. And you see, this is why only 4% of small to mid-sized companies ever make it to become a thriving organization. Because the people that are running the companies typically are running the companies from a place of fear and doubt. So here's my vision. See, I'm rewriting the way businesses are structured, powered, developed, and building future economies. This is what I'm doing. And I do it all over the world. And I do it in every industry. Your annual strategic plan is like the map. It's how you get across the country. It's how you get across the city. It's how you get across your year. It's how you put your life together. It's how you put your business together. There are components that need to be aligned. And if you're not at the level you want to be at, then this is the starting point. Actually, this is the starting point. Your core values and your value proposition, and then this, your annual strategic plan and your marketing funnel. So this is one of my heroes, and the reason this man is my hero is not because of how much money he has, but more importantly, I've admired for a very long time how Richard Branson thinks. Not what he thinks, but how he thinks. I understand his neuroscience behind his thinking, and it's beautiful because he knows how to connect to source. He knows how to be guided, to have goals and objectives, and to allow himself to be guided, and then he just executes. And becoming wealthy, becoming successful that's really the answer. That's those two steps. So the 4 top things I look for before I begin coaching a company are the core values, the value proposition, the business model map, and the annual strategic plan. This is actually one thing. This is actually one sort of diagnostic, if you will, that I do. The second diagnostic I do is on the leadership. How a company thinks is determined by how the leadership thinks. So here's what's interesting. I did about 3 or 4, I did 4 corporate strategic planning retreats for 4 different companies in the early part of January. They were all just like bam, 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 back to back. And in one of the companies, the owner that started it 25 years ago has a book that he's written, and he's done nothing with the book. So as I walked them through this process, I'm like, you show me this book now, this book could totally, if you leverage this book effectively, you could completely expand your business within the next 6 months to a year that would double or triple or quadruple what you're doing. And he just had been really stuck in his thinking, and he couldn't even see that. So leadership is, oh my gosh, this is the end-all be-alls, right? This is where it all starts and stops, is with leadership. This guy right here. How this guy thinks, he empowers others to lead. So I just can't say enough about that. The Rockefeller habits. There's actually a set of habits that started the country of America. And it was the captains of industries, the titans, like the Carnegies and the Rockefellers and the Fords and the Chase, and it was these people that really had the power of intention dialed. And it's what America was founded on. This was the time of entrepreneurism that really broke this country open. And I've reinvented those habits for today's world and for the future. So I teach you these in an up-leveled way that you can use to get into the right set of habits so that your business produces the fruit that you want it to. Meeting rhythm. Oh my gosh, if you have even yourself to meet with, if you have one person on your team to meet with, whatever the case is, you have to know how to keep the movement on track through an effective meeting rhythm. And then, of course, execution. So executing. Now, this is not helter-skelter, running around with my hair on fire, let me throw a whole bunch of snowballs at the wall and hope something sticks execution. This is really disciplined, fine-tuned execution. One of the third diagnostics I do is I look at what the choke points are. Like, where are they struggling? Where are they fumbling? Where are they not in alignment? And what opportunities does that produce for us to leverage so that they can actually grow from that rather than feel stifled by it. There's the sales funnel. If you don't have a sales funnel and everything you do is onesie-twosie, then your bank account is going to be onesie-twosie. What else can I say, right? The marketing strategy has to support the sales funnel. And you've got to have a lead generation mechanism to run the marketing strategy, or who else are you going to market to, right? If you've got nobody to market to and nobody to sell to. And then I look at, ways to be smart, like how do these people manage their state? I'm working with a company that the CEO is like a tyrant. Like the guy just is a tyrant. He cannot manage his emotional state. He gets so triggered. Like at the least little upset or at the least little disagreement on a concept by his team, and he flips a biscuit and loses his mind, and he's not able to see possibility. And then he starts browbeating everyone into this really bad space, and then they're not producing, and then it becomes this vicious circle, and he just goes around and around. So emotional intelligence is the key to everything, and that's a big part of the neuroscience. Guerrilla marketing, it works and it's powerful. Coaching skills for talent performance, yeah, definitely have to know this, so that when you do bring someone on, or you have people that you're working with already, you can get them to perform to their greatest so they are fulfilled. Not to get them to perform so you can take from them, but to get them to perform so that they're happy, they're fulfilled. And then, of course, your scope of vision, coming back to Richard Branson again, being able to see where you want to take your future. So mindset is the #1 driver that determines success or failure. It determines struggle or flow. Remember, if you have, how do I want to say this? If you have, six different, say, opportunities, you want to spend 3/4 of the time preparing your mindset to land the opportunity, and then 1/4 of your time executing to get the opportunity in the door. So here's what's coming up. Would love to have you join us. I think there's like 2 VIP tickets left. The website still says 4, but we need to get that updated, and I really have to check. But at this point, I have 2 VIP passes left, and you can get some good discounts on that as I come through to the end of this webinar. If you want to come in and do a general session ticket, you can get those on the webinar. There's no perks, there's no meals or anything like that, but you can attend and you can have an opportunity to grow. So we give you support, we give you guidance, we give you top-level tools to achieve your business growth for 2016. We give you the coaching, the mindset, and the marketing. It's all one, you see. If you were to learn this material on your own, you would have to hire 6 different coaches to get everything we deliver in this one conference. Here are the results. The results that you'll achieve are a customized map for 2016, a value proposition that your company and clients thrive on, and then that gives you something to brand with, a business model that attracts your ideal clients and deals and is profitable, a strategic plan that clarifies the necessary steps and is attached to your P&L, marketing strategies that encompass the most stealth and tested programs available in digital media and social media today, and beyond. I happen to know what's coming down for us within the next 2 to 3 years. And whatever you've been doing to market your business, I promise you're not going to be doing it in 6 months or a year, because everything's changing. Leadership skills to rise above your current level of achievement. Maybe you're an entrepreneur and you're leading you. If you're leading a team, you better get good at leading you, because you can't possibly lead a team if you can't lead yourself. And then the Higher Mind Neuroscience for Success tools to continuously shift your thinking into greater realms of success, wealth, performance, and leveraging those choke points. If you're having a struggle, stop it. Stop telling yourself you're struggling and start seeing yourself as a breakthrough. So what is it exactly? It is a conference that provides you with a blueprint for your business success for the next year. Quarter by quarter, month by month, week by week game plan. And the thinking system and thought patterns, marketing, sales funnel, lead generation, list building, oh my gosh, on and on. You get so much from this program. It's a global community of highly motivated, well-seasoned business leaders that are extremely committed to functioning as peak performers in every area of their lives, in every way possible. Extraordinary. It's not one-on-one with me. I'm not offering that in this. If I do those, that's a completely different process, and that's a big if. It's not hand-holding, so it's not for people that are in victim mode and don't want to step up within themselves, and it's not for people that make excuses. So it's a step-by-step, play-by-play what you need to do for the next year to ramp up your business, and if you follow all of the steps to the fullest, you will make or surpass your BHAG. So I just would like you to send me your comments now, and let's just take a look at what questions that I might be able to answer for you. So go ahead and start typing those in, and let me carry on here. So business leaders that are high-performing entrepreneurs, coaches, HR professionals, social media and marketing consultants. It's like for everyone. Whether you're a mom-pop shop or a global company, you will get something really innovative and impactful from this program. You get some accountability, to keep yourself on track. And here's some testimonials. We've got some alumni. One lady's the head of state. She happens to be the first woman to ever become head of state in her country, ever in history, ever. You want in? So let's talk. Tell me what it is that you would like to know. Just give me some questions on what it is that you would like to know. And I'll be happy to work that with you. So I'm so grateful that you've joined on. This is really wonderful. And let me tell you what's happening here on the rest. So I do have one question from Jack that's messaging. He wants to know, well, so how can he get involved and attend the program? Absolutely. So you get VIP seating and reception. There's a 360 leadership assessment that we provide. It'll help you discover your strengths. We have 2 meditation podcast audios that we're providing for you. My top 10 podcasts, which Martin is putting together in a great package for you. My top 10 business resources. You'll be able to tap into the people that I utilize to build up my brand and to create my tribe and to bring in new clients. You'll get a virtual pre-event boot camp with me. And so here's the pricing on it. Originally it was $12.99 for a 2-payment option for the VIP, or $25.99 for a 1-payment option. But I'm giving you a little special discount today. And so it's $11.99.50 for the 2-pay. Or if you want to just knock it out in 1 payment, the conference is next week, so it does all need to be paid before the conference launches. And that's $21.99. Now here's the special part. Here's the deal. You can use the promo code webinar, and get yourself a little extra discount. So on the $21.99, put in webinar all lowercase, and you get a $350 discount. So this also includes your hotel stay and your meal plan for all 3 days. So this is a steal of a deal. It'll set you up for the year. And we're very pleased to have our group that's coming along. You'll meet some phenomenal people. And join us. We look forward to having you. And we look forward to making things happen for you in your world and giving you the tools to really take things to the next level. So thank you so much for joining me today. So grateful to have you here. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next week at the Business Success Blueprint Conference. Have a great day, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.